his life keep him from where God was calling him, or was he going to continue to be obedient? Too many times, so much in the church, in these very storms, what they would have done is they would have given up. They would have said, God, I don't see you in this. I must not have heard it. Or God, you failed me. You left me. But instead, he said, God, I know you're in control. God, I know there's a bigger picture that I can't see. There's a greater plan, Lord. And he continued to follow it. Why do people not see their blessings at the end of the storm? Because they give up in the middle.
That's good.
Because they give up before it's over. They begin complaining before the end. They blame God. Joseph, let me tell you, he excelled in everything he did. Well, what do you mean? Even in prison, he excelled in everything that he did. Even as a slave, he excelled in everything that he did. He didn't allow what the enemy was throwing at him to keep him back from where God was calling him. He continued to went forward. He continued to press in. He knew that within it all, no matter how bad it seemed, that God had a plan and God would work it out. That even through with all this, he continued to work unto God. He would have never been able to get, listen, he would have never been able to get where God wanted him without the tough times first. Think about this story that I've just explained to you. If his own family would have never turned on him, if none of this would have happened, the trials of his life would have happened, him and his family would be dead. Why? Because he saved their life by listening to God, being obedient, taking the stories that were told unto him, the dreams, interpreting them by listening to God, saying that there are going to be 7 years of no food, that you need to begin to store up now, that God sent him in this very storm, took it to save his very life and his family's life. Let me ask you today, are you allowing the storms to save you and your family's life, or are you allowing it to destroy you? That God allowed him to go through certain things in his life to actually save him. That God wants to save you and to save others. I mean, just imagine that he may have made it through the first one with the slaves, but imagine being put in jail because of accusations that were false. He could have gave up and said, God, now I'm done. I've tried it and you continue to fail me, Lord. I'm done. But he didn't. He knew there was a big picture. He knew there was something greater. He knew God had a plan, and that even within the storm was the very plan to save his life, was the very plan to save the people in the land's life. Imagine the entire land would have died, no food for 7 years. But God used something that looked horrible, that looked like it would have destroyed him. A lot of us could say, wow, we can see why he turned out so bad. I mean, look what he's been through. No, we all have a choice in how we turn out. We all have a decision to make if we allow it to affect us negatively or positively, what we run with. But he knew that God had a plan, that God had a purpose, that there was something greater, there was something more. I tell you today, stop trying to control the little picture and let God have the big picture. Too often we try to control the little picture when God needs to be in control of the big picture. Y'all still out there today?